Hello. Hi, friends. Hello. Welcome back to Get Your Play on Mine. My name is Jordan, and today for Fun in the Kitchen, we will be making a fun little fruit train. So I'll show you what it will look like. This is what mine looks like. I'll give you a little spin. There's the back of the train. And then here's the front of the train. So, today, what will we be needing to make our fruit train? Well, to start off with, we will need 7 bowls. So I have 5 right here, and then 2 right here. And then for our fruits, we will need grapes. I already have mine in the bowl. We will need a banana, already in the bowl. And then some others, strawberries, pineapple, blueberries, raspberries, which are my favorite fruit, one of my favorites, and then also watermelon. Watermelon's pretty good too. Also, toothpicks, and then a knife, and make sure that you ask permission with an adult or have an adult cut the things, or you can use a plastic knife too, but today for me, I will be using this kind of knife. So, and then also a plate, so you can put it on your fruit on the plate when you make it. Another thing before we start, we want to wash our hands. So let's do that. I'll do it with you. So let's wash our hands together. Okay. And another thing, let's start with how much of the amount we will need for our fruits to make our fruit train. So with our grapes, I have 6, and also I want to start by saying you do not have to use the same kind of fruit. You don't have to make the same kind of train that I made. You can make whatever train you want to make. Just wanted to say that first. But if you are going to use the fruit that I'm going to use today, I'll tell you how much you need. So with our grapes, you will need 6 grapes. Got 6 of them in a bowl. And then with our banana, as you can tell with the one that I made, you'll just need a slice, one little bit of a slice. And then with this, I cut a slice and then cut that slice in half. And I'll show you how to do that too. So that's what you need for the banana. And then with our watermelon, we will be needing 3 pieces. And if it's watermelon like mine, just try to find rectangle pieces. If you can't use squares, that's okay. But if it's a watermelon, like a whole watermelon, you can make square triangles out of that. But I found my, let's see, 2, we'll need 3. One more. We'll use this one. So we have 3 watermelon. And also, I forgot to say, with our grapes, make sure to wash them before you use them. With our strawberry, we will need 1. And then I'll tell you more. So I am going to pick, let's do this one. And with our strawberry, with using our knife, or have your parent cut it, use a plastic knife, also wash the strawberry. So we want to get the stem off, which is the green part. So let's cut that off. So this is what it should look like now. And then you're also going to cut this in half. You only need a half of a strawberry. So what I usually do, I put it down and then cut it in half. So you have this. Let's put that into a bowl. So we have 4 of our fruits that we will do. The last 3, a raspberry, yummy raspberries. I also want to wash this one, but for this one you will just need 1. If you can't tell, my raspberries are huge. So let's find, not too big, but not too small. This one looks pretty good. So let's go wash this one. And now with our blueberries, I kind of just take a handful, because depending, like on mine, I used 2. So I needed 2 on each side of the toothpick. So total, I would need 7. So that's how many I am going to pick out. And then you will also want to wash these. Okay. Let's wash them. Put them into our bowl. And our last one, which is our pineapple. And this one, you kind of want it to be square-like. And with mine, I find a lot of triangle-shaped ones. So I'm going to pick, let's see. Let's do this one. Here, I'll do this one. And then I'm also going to cut it. We are almost ready. So let's cut this into square-like as best as we can. And also you can use pineapple out of the can. I know that is better for square-like. A lot of the pineapple will come in square-like. But that looks pretty good. Okay, so we have our fruits all ready. Set this aside and grab our plate. Okay, so make sure you have our toothpicks and let's get started. So first, let's start with our watermelon. So we have our 3 watermelon. We're going to set them on our plate. Let's do this one like that. And I'm gonna tear off this little piece. And what you're going to do is take a toothpick and you're gonna stick them together. Put one half of it in there and then put the other half in here. So it looks like this. If it sticks out a little bit, just put it back in. And be careful with the toothpicks because they are sharp. So if you want a parent to do it for you, that's okay. And then with our other watermelon, you're gonna set this one on top. So here is my front of the train. This is the back of my train. I'm gonna set this one on top. And with that, I'm also gonna use another toothpick so you can just keep it on to make it steady so it doesn't fall off. Try not to hit the other one. Here we go. And then the next thing we are going to do, so we're done with our watermelon. Set the bowl aside. Let's grab our grapes. And with the grapes, you are going to need 3 toothpicks. And what you're going to do, so here's my front of the train. You're gonna stick a toothpick in one. So it looks like this, both sticking out on the sides. You're gonna take one grape. I'll do it like this so you can see it. Stick it onto the toothpick, and take another one and stick it onto the other side. And then, oops, it's not quite even. There we go. Okay, now with the other 3 toothpicks, you're going to stick it onto the back of these watermelons, or the back up here. So the same thing, kind of space it out so the grapes aren't really touching, but if it's okay if they do that. So same thing. Grab another grape and stick it on here, on one side of the toothpick and then on the other side. And then with their last one, you're gonna do it towards the back. Another grape, and then the last grape. So this is what mine looks like so far. So now that we're done with the watermelon and the grapes, let's move on to our strawberry. So we have our half slice of strawberry. And we're going to take another toothpick. We're gonna stick it, so remember here's the front of my train. We're gonna stick it on the front. And then let's stick our strawberry right onto that toothpick. So that's what we have so far. It's coming along. Okay, set this bowl aside and let's do our blueberries. So remember, you can have as many, or actually let's do our banana. Okay. So with the banana, my banana's already cut because I used it for the first train that I showed you guys. But we are going to cut a little bit, so I'd say like right here, or you can measure it on the kind of eye level it. So I'm gonna cut it right there. And if you put it on there, perfect, yeah. Okay. What you're going to do is my toothpicks. Grab another toothpick. Stick it onto this watermelon. And you're gonna stick the banana onto there. I'm actually gonna use another toothpick and Maybe not. It's okay. Okay. And then, okay, and then with this, the rest of the banana that I have, I'm gonna chop that off. So it looks like this, and then you're just gonna divide it in half. So we have this. And you're gonna take 4 toothpicks. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And with these, you are going to set it on. Don't stick them all the way in. You're gonna have them sticking out. But you're gonna stick it onto this watermelon. So I'd say that looks good. A little bit more, maybe. Yeah. So you're gonna do that with the 4 toothpicks. Make sure that they're kind of even. Okay. Now with our banana, you're gonna stick it on to the top, very top of the toothpicks, and don't stick it all the way. Just kind of have it resting on there. So now this is what ours looks like. And now let's move on to our blueberries. And with this, so like I said, I'm using 7. Yes. And with this, one is going to be on front of the banana, of this banana. And then the others will be kind of at the bottom of this, like right here of that watermelon. So you're gonna need 3 toothpicks all together. And let's do the front, this one first. I'm gonna take that blueberry, and stick it on right here. Here we go. Okay. And then with our other toothpicks, we are going to, like I said, kind of at the bottom of the top watermelon. And like we did with our grapes, stick about halfway through. Oops. So it looks like this. You see this toothpick and then that toothpick. So let's start. I'm gonna put 2 on each side, but you can do how many you want. I just do it until the toothpick is covered, that you don't see it anymore. So like that. And then let's do the other 2 on this side. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna need more blueberries. Need 2 more. Wasn't counted right. Silly me. Okay, let's wash those quick. Okay. And do the same thing with your other toothpick. Kind of near the back, so they all fit. Let's do that so I can see it. Okay. Let's stick the rest of them on. I'm gonna do it this way. Okay. Get one on there. Now we can do it on the other side. Oops. Okay. It's looking pretty good, guys. Okay, so we have 2 more fruits left. Okay. Now we're going to do our pineapple. So with this, you're just going to need 1 toothpick and stick it onto this banana, kind of near the front. Let's see. Oh, hit the other toothpick. Okay. Take a pineapple, stick it on, and remember, if it's not a perfect square, that is okay. Nothing has to be perfect. Okay. 1 more fruit, guys, is our raspberry. Gonna take another toothpick, our last toothpick that we're going to be using. Stick it right onto the top of our pineapple. Just enough so it's kind of peeking out so the raspberry can rest on it. Here's our final touch, guys. And we did it. We just made our very own fruit train. I hope everyone had fun making this. I know I did. And guess what? It was also an edible activity. So after you're done making your activity, you can also eat it. And it's also a healthy snack. Fruit is very healthy for you. Which one do you think you're gonna eat first? I think I am going to eat probably the raspberry and pineapple first. Those are my 2 favorite fruits. Well, I hope everyone had fun making this fruit train with me. And 1 more tour. Thank you for joining me making our fruit train together, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your days. I hope you guys come back to get your play online. Bye!